Am I the asshole for kicking out my girlfriend's brother after the vegetable cutting incident? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm a 30-year-old male, and I was born with a missing bone in my arm. Basically, I've only got one digit and it's kinda stuck near my shoulder. Can't straighten my arm, the whole shebang. My parents were awesome about it, making sure I could live on my own and be independent. There are some things I just can't do, like tie shoelaces. For the most part, I can cut stuff up myself, but fine dicing? That's a nightmare. So, every couple of months, my mom cuts up a bunch of veggies for me, onions, celery, carrots, and I freeze them. I started asking her to do this when I moved out on my own. I was so tired of onions flying across the kitchen, or ending up with mush if I used the food processor. Fast forward to when my girlfriend, a 28-year-old female, moved in. She admitted she couldn't cook and wasn't interested in learning. I was fine with that since I enjoy cooking. So I became the main cook. She never had a problem with my mom helping me with the vegetables. In fact, she preferred it because she knew she couldn't dice them as finely as I like. Now here's where it gets interesting. Her brother, a 35-year-old male, has been crashing with us for about a month. Apparently, his ex kicked him out because he's super lazy. He doesn't have a job, hasn't had one in the 3 years I've been with my girlfriend, and isn't even looking. We were his last resort. Even his parents wouldn't take him in. Yesterday, my mom came over with the freezer bags of pre-diced veggies. Her brother got all bent out of shape. Apparently, that morning, my girlfriend and I had a conversation with him about getting a job and stop relying on everyone. And he saw me as being a hypocrite because I was getting my mom to cut things for me, like a child. After my mom left, he started accusing her of coddling me and treating me like I was incompetent. That's when I snapped. This is something I physically can't do, and my mom's just trying to be helpful. I told him to leave. My girlfriend got upset because I made that decision without consulting her, and she left with her brother. Since then, I've been bombarded with texts from him and their family, calling me a mummy's boy, and telling me to cut the apron strings, and cut my own vegetables like an adult. My girlfriend hasn't responded to any of my texts. Well, ex-girlfriend came around this afternoon to collect her things. Very anticlimactic, but I'm not sad she's gone. She's shown me her true colors. Of course, she blamed me for everything. No apologies for her or her brother's actions. Turns out, she wrote a post on Facebook Saturday night, bad-mouthing me, calling me names, and saying I was a mummy's boy. I don't have Facebook, but my sister saw it, screenshotted it, and sent it to me. The comment section was a disaster. Her friends were saying stuff like, "Of course he needs help, he has one arm," and telling her she should be helping me. She's since deleted the post. After my sister saw that, she called our uncle and asked him to change my locks because she doesn't trust my ex and wanted to make sure I was safe. As ex-girlfriend left, my uncle arrived, which really set her off. She got upset and asked if we didn't trust her. I hesitated and my uncle smirked and said no. My uncle told me he had realized how bad she was a while ago, and he didn't like her but didn't say anything because I seemed happy. My sister also sent me the number of one of her friends, Jane, and told me that Jane is waiting for me to text her for a date when I'm ready. I've known Jane for years through my sister, and she's lovely. We get on great. Jane works as a chef and has previously offered to help me with chopping.